Hey there, welcome to the Handy Henry channel. Today we're going to be repairing this home-built grab fork. I made this last year with some scrap metal I had laying around, and I've had a problem though. I've bent the bucket where I had it bolted on there. This steel is just not strong enough, and it bent that when I grabbed down on stuff. So today we're going to be getting that fixed. I was able to get it straightened by kind of hanging on the grab fork. I did not get a recording of that. I don't know if it was OSHA approved. But I got it straightened out pretty good, as you can see. And then I'm going to be using this 3-inch channel that I had kicking around here, and I'm going to be putting a little bracket on each end of the channel that's going to bolt through the sides of the bucket. And that's going to take the force of the grab so that my bucket's going to stay straight. At least that's the plan. Thanks for tuning in today, and let's get this repaired. Here's my old arc welder that I'll be using today. I'm going to be welding in DC voltage. To hold this end piece in place, I'm using a corner magnet. They're pretty handy for a number of things, but when you're welding. Today I'm doing arc welding here, and I'm using an automatic dimming mask, which really makes welding a lot easier. And just a side note, I'm not welding today on the tractor because this is all going to bolt right onto the bucket, so I'm never welding on the tractor itself. But if ever you were needing to weld onto a vehicle or piece of equipment, you've got to be aware there's a lot of electricity going through these electrodes, and you can damage your electrical circuit on your vehicle. So it is best to disconnect your battery cables if you had to do something like that. Okay, well, I'm not much of a welder, but I get by, and I can do a little bit of chicken welding. Anyway, I'm pretty sure this is gonna hold. Doesn't have to look pretty. Oh, I gotta do a little more here. So, okay. So here I'm removing the grab fork so that I can drill the holes through that 3-inch channel that I'm gonna put under here. Getting it in place. With the jack, I'm just holding the channel up so that I can drill against it, and it's going to stay in place. Through. That wasn't too bad. It's not so bad when you can kind of put your weight on it comfortably, and you have a good drill bit that's sharp. This was a 7/16 drill bit, and It went through pretty easily, actually. I was impressed. These side ones are going to be a little harder because it's sideways and a little harder for me to get the pressure on. So, but we'll give it our best shot. It's a little smaller hole there. So I have put bolts in here just to support that, and now I'm going to take the jack away. Only 3 more to go. That's a workout. A half. Good. So we tried a little trick with this clamp to try to put the pressure on the back of the drill, and it actually worked quite well. It made the drilling of the rest of these holes a lot easier.
A little more. Yep. Little more. Little more. Little more. Yep. Hold it. Oh, praise the Lord. That is much easier. That saved a lot of work. Sometimes you got to think outside the box. That worked great. Okay. Make sure she stays in place. Okay, now. Not up just a little. Okay, right there. A little more. A little more. A little more. A little more. Okay, easy now. Good.
Whoops, shoulder.
Beauty. Nope, release. Oh well, that's okay.
We wrecked it.
Yeah, we didn't wreck it. You got it.
That's what happens. Yepper.
Oh well, that's no big deal. That didn't really hurt. Wow, that was a lot easier.
Yeah, that saved like 20 minutes.
Alright.
Teamwork makes the dream work. That's what they say.
We got those 4 holes drilled. Praise the Lord. We got a system with that Quick Grip, Irwin Quick Grip. This one's pretty long. It was, oh, that must be 24 inches long or more. Maybe more, 30 inches. So that first one that I drilled over here was a lot of work. But then when we got that Irwin Quick Grip vise, that really worked well. So I've got to run to the hardware store and get the right length bolts, and probably grade 5 or something. Maybe grade 8, I don't know. And we'll get it done. All right. So we've got some 3/8 bolts, 1.5 inches long, probably a little longer than I needed, but I wanted to have this part in there so that it's snugger. Is snugger a word? I don't know. Anyway, we got the locking nut and grade 8 bolts. So I also had some old hooks like this, and I'm just, you know, sometimes you want to throw a chain on something. So I figured that would be maybe a good thing to have that little hook there. On each side I'll put one of those. So, and I'll just tighten this up. This grab fork, you know, is really done pretty well. And with this repair. I think it's going to work consistently for me. The cost on this was relatively minimal. Basically, I used some scrap metal that I had on hand, and I had to buy the cylinder and the hoses, and I do have hydraulics on the back of the John Deere, so that's where I plumbed the lines to. So I had a couple hundred invested in the hoses and fittings. That adds up pretty quick, but a lot less than actual buying an attachment, so it'll work. So this grab fork is pretty close to the grill there of the tractor, but it is a safe distance. There's a strong inch or almost 2 inches between there, so when it cocks back, it just misses. Hey, check out who all's riding with me in the cab. I've got a cat on my lap and a boy by my side. A lot of fun.